Good morning. Just getting set up a little bit early, but won't actually get started for another couple minutes. All right, it's 10 o'clock Pacific time, so let's go ahead and get started. Thank you for joining me today, VirtualPBX admin training. If you're a vConsole customer, we're no longer providing the live trainings. However, you can find the recorded trainings still on our website. That's under our support vConsole page. And if you scroll down here, the advanced admin training, that's the full training for everything. The other two are a little bit more, well, one is just for your standard user, and the other one is just the first parts of the admin training. For Dash customers, your support page is under Dash support. So this training is also available here, and that's the new user training. And then we have smaller snippets of it broken out for specific guides. And then we have full write-ups on additional features and VoIP devices over here. In terms of login, from any place on the VirtualPBX website, you can, at the top here, click on the login link. It takes you to the login page. So first, you have the VirtualPBX login. So this gets into the web UI of the system. Below that is the VirtualPBX web phone. This is for Dash customers. This is a device you can add, but basically you use a web browser. Currently, that's Chrome or Firefox. On a desktop or laptop computer, you use your internet connection then to make and receive calls, through your web browser. Right now, it does not work on the mobile versions of Chrome or Firefox. And we're also working on getting Safari and Edge support as well. And then down below, we have the vConsole login for our vConsole customers. All right. All right. Once you click login, it takes you to the login page. It's going to ask for your username, which is your email address, your password, and your account name, which is normally just your company name. And these are case sensitive. So especially for a new Dash account, sometimes your web browser will default by putting your first initial on your email address is capitalized. So you want to make sure that you change that to lowercase. And then you click sign in. And it does sometimes take Dash pages a little while to load. I'm relatively impatient, so for me, it always feels like it takes longer than it should. And then here we have your dashboard page. Let me expand the window here. All right. Users, these are your full-featured users. These people make and receive calls. They use a multitude of devices, whether that's a cell phone, a VoIP phone, whatever. They also have quite a bit of features available to them. They have call forwarding, hot desking, call recording, uh, and several others. Below that are agents. Agents are specific to call queues, or ACD queues. They're typically just to receive calls, and they can only use VoIP devices. So physical VoIP phone, a soft phone, or the web phone. They cannot use cell phones or landlines. And they basically have no user features whatsoever. Total devices shows you the number of devices you have in your account, and then broken down by type. Your main phone number, these are your main numbers that your customers call to reach your system on. These numbers all act the same way, means they have the same main greeting, and they all route the same basic way. Fax box number, this is number for your incoming faxes, goes to the fax box. Your total numbers shows you your total numbers on the account. Assigned numbers are numbers you're currently using, meaning they go someplace. So like one of your main numbers, or they go directly to a user. Spare numbers are numbers that you have on the account, but you're not using in any way. Basically, you're just keeping them for a future purpose and whatnot. You're still being billed for those spare numbers, though. And then you have the breakdown of the numbers between, in this case, US local numbers and US toll-free numbers. The company directory that you can download. The account ID, you can use that if you call into us or email us saying, hey, this is my account number. We can use that to find you, but we typically just ask for your account name or your company name. And then the account realm, you use that for when you program a soft phone that is a VirtualPBX soft phone, also for faxing out. And that's pretty much it for that. Up at the top, we have your caller ID. This is your default or your account caller ID information. You can select any of your main numbers. The company caller ID name, this is referred to as CNAME or CNOM. It's 15 characters, including spaces or special characters, that we can then send out as part of your caller ID information. Some caveats about CNAME is not every carrier supports CNAME. So if a call ends up routing through one of those unsupported carriers, that means the CNAME information doesn't go down, doesn't continue further on. Even for carriers who do support CNAME, if they're having an outage of some sort or like a maintenance issue, that can always prevent the CNAME information from being transported through. And then lastly, it also kind of depends on the device you're sending the call to. So if someone has your company phone number programmed into their cell phone and they have it listed as Bob's company or Bob's work, that's what's going to show up in the caller ID. It doesn't matter what you put up here in the company caller ID name. Also, by default, most cell phone providers in the US don't provide CNAME for free. They might as a trial basis, but after that, they'll charge you for it monthly. So that's another thing to keep in mind. The company emergency address, or E911, enhanced 911. So especially from any VoIP phone, this is the address information we send to emergency services. So you want to make sure this is the correct address. And you can actually set this by individual device. So that way, if you have people in different areas or different locations, they can have the correct E911 information. Hold music, this is your default hold music for when you place people on hold. I.e., they've already gotten hold of you and you had to put them on hold. This is where you upload a file. It's a .wav or .mp3. Currently, that's limited to 1 megabyte. Our engineers are working on increasing that, but we've had some issues. I've been able to get 1.2 to upload, but it's not been consistent. So generally speaking, we recommend using MP3 because a 1 MB MP3 file is roughly 5 minutes. Should be plenty of time in most instances. Okay, let's click over here to main number. Okay, so with a main company number in place, so right now, I can't unassign this number until I remove these other features. If you click a gear, you can always adjust the caller ID, the E911, or the prepend. So prepend is a VoIP feature. Basically, you can add, actually here, open it. So you can add text in front of the caller ID that will show up on your VoIP phones on the account. So basically, you have an idea ahead of time of what the call is about. Again, that only works from VoIP phones. You can always add any of your additional spare numbers as a main number, or if you want, you can buy a number, local or toll-free. Toll-free, pretty easy. You choose the toll-free prefix you're interested in, and then the system will start showing you numbers that are available. If you scroll down, it'll expand the list, and you just click on add, it moves it over, and you click buy numbers to actually add the number to the account. For local numbers, it's the same idea, except that you have to choose an area code. If you choose an area code that we don't have any of, that usually means it's in it's probably in a big metro area, and it was probably one of the original area codes that came out. So at that point, you'd want to search one of the overlays for that area code, or just do a completely different area code. I think this is going to be better. But again, you just click on add, it moves the number over, and you click buy numbers to add it to the system. If you're a new sign up and you don't have any phone numbers on the account, clicking on buy numbers will not actually charge your account anything because your account automatically comes with phone numbers. And it looks like we have no shows, so I'm going to go ahead and stop this.